People have said to us, how on earth did your church buy a building? Well, it was a miracle, and not a lot of people outside of our church have heard this story, so I'm going to share it with you right now. This is the miracle that took place. H2O Baptist Church was a church plant in the Thornton area, and like most church plants, you don't start out with much money, you haven't got many resources, and it was a really difficult season for us for 2 or 3 years, just moving all around the map. We had an opportunity to buy a building. The only thing was we had to raise $150,000 really quickly for a deposit for this building. And it was right on Christmas, and we were in a bit of a difficult season. People were a little bit tired and demoralized. And me, as the inspiring leader in the church, I felt there was no way we were going to be able to do this. So I went and told our church, hey, we need to raise $150,000. We can buy this building. I even went and told the Sunday school kids. I said, hey, kids, listen up. If we're going to raise some money to buy a building. With the kids, I just wanted them to feel a part of it. Like I thought, even if they give $1 or $2, whatever, it'd be nice for them to feel like they helped to buy a building. Anyway, next week, I turn up for church. I go and speak to the Sunday school kids. Hey, I shared something. I can't remember what I shared. And I was walking back into the main auditorium to talk to the church. And Caleb, a little boy, comes up to me and gives me $70 in a little Ziploc bag. And I'm like, hey, what's this, Caleb? And he goes, oh, this is for the new building. I'm like, where do you get this kind of money? How do you get this money? And Caleb goes, it was my birthday last week, and I decided that whatever money I get from my birthday, I'm going to give that to the church so that we can buy a building. He went into the kids' room, and I'm standing there holding this money, just crying like a baby. And after I composed myself, I went back into the church, and partly because I couldn't even remember what I was going to preach about today, I just told the church what had just happened. See this Ziploc bag, I just want to tell you what happened. I told them the story. And in that moment, I became a believer. I went from thinking there's no way we're going to raise this money right before Christmas to going, there's no way we can fail. There's no way this could not happen, because the God I know and the God I love is not going to let down that boy. And then I just said to the church, if you want to help us, you can deposit the money into our bank account with the description, I'm with Caleb, and we'll know that money's for the building, and we're going to do it. And straight away, $30,000, $40,000 came in immediately. We raised $150,000. We brought a building, and we're moving in. When we move into the building, we're going to call the children's facility Caleb's room. There's going to be a plaque in Caleb's room. It's going to be at eye level, and it's going to say, this building was purchased because a boy your age was the first giver. He inspired an entire church. God still uses children today. If you live in the Maitland area and you haven't been to church in years, or you haven't been to church ever, this is the church for you. And I know that when God does a miracle like this, there's great fruit. You're invited to come and stand in a building and see the goodness of God every single Sunday. Anyway, thank you for listening. I love talking about what God has done. God bless you people. Take it easy.